Good morning, YouTube. Sorry it's dark. I'm in my car on my way to work. I'm sitting here thinking, I live in Indiana, and we are the 5th most sprayed state in the United States as far as chemtrails. Yes, I said chemtrails. And, I've noticed there's a massive uptick in illnesses, whether it be the flu, whether it be bronchitis, whether it be the common cold, sinus infections, and they're progressively getting worse. They are more aggressive and linger longer than they used to. Our bodies done a pretty good job of fighting them off, but now it seems as if though our bodies are struggling just to brush off the common cold. And I was telling my wife, and the reason for this video is my daughter didn't want to go to school this morning because she was sick. Now, for me, if you're sick, you're running a fever, or you're puking, all intents and purposes, you're staying at home. But with this, not so much. So she was sick last week. I actually had 2 out of my 4 sick last week, and the other 2 just kind of had like a dry cough, like a seasonal cough. And somebody raised their eyebrow when I said that, and it was like, seasonal cough? Yeah, everybody gets a seasonal cough due to allergens in the air, pollen, so on and so forth. That's a seasonal cough. It's just a difference in oxygen levels. So, and the real reason why you cough is to get whatever went in out. So at any rate, 2 of the 4 of my children were sick. I've been sick. My wife's been sick. And, you resort to the water you're drinking. We have a well. It was tested. The test results, not the greatest in the world, but the water's still safe to drink, and we are currently treating our well. So we stopped drinking the well water just because. Always got to take preventative measures. We stopped drinking the well water. Everybody's still sick. Well, her sister comes down last weekend and brought her kids. Well, she left early because one of her kids were sick, but both of their noses were just green and nasty. So here's the deal. The fact of the matter is they're spraying something up there. They're spraying viruses of unknown identities up in the sky, and they're making us sick. The difference between them doing it now and them doing it in 1995 is this: the strains are stronger and they're more resistant to our body's natural antibiotics, our body's natural way of defeating a virus or an infection. And it goes hand in foot with the DNA alternating that's being done as well, because our DNA is scrambling to repair itself, but in the same sense, it's confused about how it needs to go about doing that. Folks, it comes down to this. If you're eating their food, you're going to get their results. If you're eating God's food, you're going to get God's results. I want you to keep that in the back of your mind the next time you take a bite of a McDonald's cheeseburger, or a Burger King cheeseburger, or a Wendy's cheeseburger, or KFC, or Long John Silver's, Mozzi's Pizza. The list goes on and on. These people are buying their meat from places that claim it's 100%, but we know it's not. Stop eating their food. Get back on God's diet. Meat, potatoes, and vegetables, and fruits. And for the love of Pete, people, eat the seeds in the fruit. You're supposed to eat the seeds. I don't care what anybody says, you are supposed to eat the seeds. There is vital nutrients in those seeds that your body needs. On that note, for myself, I'm still struggling with sinus issues. Have been since I got over my sickness. I've always had sinus issues. It's not went away. And I'm sure you're asking, what are you eating? Well, to be quite honest with you, I slip up from time to time and I indulge, and not fast food. I don't eat that, but I do like to have some junk food here and there. So, but another prize token, I'm a product of what they're putting out because I eat it, you know. And that old saying, oh, live once, enjoy your life, eat whatever and drink whatever you want. Now that kind of goes out the window for me, because if you want to stay healthy, you want to live a long, prosperous life, even if you're not a religious person, you want to do right by your body, because that's how you sustain your life. If you just want to live a short life, then sure, you can put whatever you want into your body, and when it's had enough, it'll stop. If you're a religious person, your body is the temple, and you need to take care of that temple. So, just some food for thought. Stop looking down at your phone and start looking up at the sky. You know, they talk about fentanyl, heroin, and pills as an epidemic. Them spraying in the sky is an epidemic. Them chemtrailing and spraying us like bugs. I mean, for the love of Pete, you can tell a difference on a day that's heavily sprayed, or when you wake up in the morning and you see the sun, you see the moon. I'm sorry, you see the moon and that haze that's in front of it. Those are chemtrails. Most of the times you can get up and see the lines they're putting in the skies. Yes, they are chemtrails. They're not contrails. Contrails has been debunked, and Harvard University has come out and said that they're going to start spraying the sky. Actually, they're going to vamp it up, which means they've been doing it for the last 10 to 20 years, and they have. They've been doing it since 1931. So let's just get that out of the way. Aluminum, barium, strontium, and lithium are the major components that's sprayed in the sky. Now, I remember back in 2016, NASA let off viruses in the low Earth orbit because they wanted to see what the effects it would have on the viruses to kind of put it in a Mars-like environment. Well, we all know that Mars is supposed to be a hot planet, not a cold planet, so therefore, the higher the altitude, the colder the temperature. According to their theories, that doesn't make much sense. So there's a lot to think about this morning. There really is. What can I do? You know, it's not like you can stop them from spraying, but your voice and sharing this information. You don't have to share this video. Just share the fact that people don't spend enough time looking up and too much time looking down. You see, you're distracted from what's going on right in front of your face. And then when you do realize it, you're like, oh, what's that? Oh, those are contrails. That's exhaust from the plane. You know how your car spits out exhaust? Well, that's what theirs looks like at 35,000 feet, because it's negative 32 degrees up there. That's a lie. Jets don't put out contrails. So remember, we're going green, so they have to too. Sorry. So anyways, a lot to think about this morning, guys. Lots to think about. Start eating right. Really, that's the only way you're going to combat this. You have to start eating right. It's Jacob. I'm out.